Hey everyone, a quick portfolio review. Let's have a look. ACRE, what's happening with ACRE, IHRT? Yes, so we got stopped out of this one last night. It's a very surprising behavior here. Dropped right through, and I think basically you can safely say that when you get a big red candle below the 20, you can safely get out of a trade. But anyway, it dropped right down to my stop, which was, I was in at excuse me, in at 536, so 10%, 20%, what's that, dollar 53 cents, so $1.06, so 4.30. So yeah, 4.30 was way down here, that's 20, so probably about 16%. And I think that's okay, you're just out of it. This isn't doing anything. I was expecting it to be the regular cookie cutter explosion, but it's a bit of a fake out. I don't know what happened here. Very strange, 100% surprised upside. It may bounce back, but it's out. You know, who wants to wait that long for it to come back? So ACRE is out of the folio, so goodbye. And you've got to be able to let stock go and not be bothered about stop losses, because not be bothered about taking a small loss, that is. I mean, that was only 15% of a 1% exploratory investment of total folio, so that's gone, so forget about it. Let's have a look at IHRT. So this is kind of an interesting one. There's a bug in Trade Vision where you can't, sometimes you can open up a chart and the RSI is far too big for some reason and it won't let you rescale. So this is very nice and predictable behavior. Bubble, 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 bit of consolidation, slight fake out here, and then boom, ginormous explosion with 24 mil at $3.50. So someone dropping 75 mil there, that's following the big money. I noted here that I am watching. That was when I started watching the stock. And it comes back down here right nicely to the 50. And big pop again. Nice breakout. Bit of a pullback here. Repetitive pattern. And hopefully same thing again. It may drop down. This was my entry at $3.87. So it was a way up at, wow, $5. And we're going to stop loss here down at 327. I think this is going to pop. I think this will respect the 50 as it has done in the previous. If it hasn't, if it drops through the 50, I'm happy, I'm comfortable coming down here a little bit and coming back. But again, stop losses are in there. I've moved it up. If my entry was at 388, let's call it 40 cents, I would have been a stop way down at $3. It would have started there. So I've moved it up. And if it pops, I'll bring it just right up to the break even and I'll let it run, and that will be fantastic. So that's where you want to be, really, is just a break even and you can relax and play with the house money. So IHRT is looking okay. On the pullback, volume decreasing, which is what you want to see. You don't want to see volume increasing as something's coming down. So again, as you can see, big pop and then volume decreasing and then a little bit of a bump here to push it back up. So that's looking pretty healthy. Happy with IHRT. IMAX. IMAX. Let's have a look. So usual cookie cutter situation. Well, not so much. It was not up at crazy highs. This is a very serious bit of resistance up here and it's bounced off that. I don't want it to come all the way back. That would be pretty sad. What did I get in at? I thought this was a kind of pullback and then almost an upward situation, but this is not great and volume is increasing. So I'll be watching this very carefully. I was in at 566. So minus 50, we'll call it $5. Yeah, so that's a 10% loss. I don't want to go all the way down there. It's come through here. I'm going to bring this up because I'm not really feeling very into this trade anymore. It's not looking like particularly healthy. It's come right down to this trend line which I've drawn here, so that's okay. I'll change this. I'm going to bring this up to 486 because is bugging me a little bit, and there's better opportunities. I want things going up, not spending 3 weeks coming down. So we'll call it 486 IMMX. Let's have a look at our activity, IMMX. What are we saying? 450. Oh, that is at the stop at 4. Okay. That's fine then. IMMX at 450. Yeah, that's okay. If it goes through that, then forget about it. Life's too short. VCRA. Let's have a look at this guy. VCRA. So I've moved the stop loss. I got in at 670, and the stop loss would have been at 67 cents times 2. We'll call it 70, $1.40, so 5.50. It would have been down here to stop initially when I got in, and it actually was pretty nice timing in hindsight. A couple of down legs and got in, and it popped. It's got this consolidation, which is kind of super boring. I'm at break even now with the stop, so I might just let this one run, but to be honest, pretty boring, man. Not really much happening here. I mean, I got a little bit of a profit. Where did it come from? Way up on high. Someone's collecting. It's had a bit of a pop. I'm not super buzzing about it. I think I might go hunting for some more trades pretty soon. ERS, I really liking this. I should have got in much sooner here. I should have got in on this big candle, or maybe on that pullback there. But all in all, though, it's looking quite nice. It's bouncing off the 20, a little pullback, and then pop. It's looking quite healthy. Bit of consolidation here. I want it to get above the 373 really, and hopefully, this could be the start of something good here. In at 350, up at 373. Let's hope it does something more interesting soon. Ella. Let's have a look. Again, I got into this far too late. I want to be getting into things kind of, here-ish. So I'm going to go hunting for some new trades. Again, a bit of consolidation, not that exciting. It's kind of hugging the 20, which is okay, and there's a big push here on nice volume. 10x volume here, so that's kind of cool. So a little bit of profit here, but I want it to keep climbing, so hopefully we'll get its finger out soon. Couple of stocks just from the other day that we found. Let's have a look at watching. This is my watch list. Would have been nice to be on LiPo. What did it do yesterday? Oh yeah, this is just by the dip. BT. It keeps changing that to BTT. Stop doing that, you're so annoying. By the dip. Yeah, there was no dip. It's just madness, complete madness. Double your money in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 days. It's nice, but it's obviously insane. Let's have a look. EDAP. I'm really liking EDAP. PALI. Anro, I think, is flown. And these are a couple of new ones at the end. Let's have a look at EDAP. Yeah, this is really nice. I should get into this. A little less conversation, a little more action. Let's have a look what's happening. This software is so buggy. Fix it, guys, please. EDAP. Look at that. Huge bounce. That was your in, really, Stephen. Hello, wake up. That's where I started watching it. I like this a lot. It may have a big red candle, but it's looking pretty solid and has found a lot of support there. So bounced through resistance and then kind of used that a little bit as support, and it's upwards and onwards. So that's a really good EDAP. Is looking good. PALI, it's broken out. Big red candle. Let's just see if it holds it here. If it does, then I'll get into this at 230 or something. That looks quite nice. Anro, a little bit of a pullback, which I really like. This could be something also. Oh, I got into this. I got stopped out super early for some ridiculous reason. This is looking good. If I see a pop here, I think I'll jump in. That's Anro. Looks good. SVRA is a ginormous run. This is looking a bit wonky. Looks like it's peaked out and is about to drop, but let's keep an eye on that. This is cool. Check out the swings, the wild swings. This is also very nice, very similar kind of runs to what we've been looking at. Big spike on volume by the top. Well, this could be technically a dip. It did dip right down. I'd like to see what it does the next couple of days. It's looking very strong. PYPD looks good. This is my current favourite. I'm frothing over this stock. It's only $1. It could go either way. Let's see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it. Okay, that's the week's wrap for the Folio. I'm going to be getting into a few more trades, and I will keep you involved in the loop. Peace and love. Keep waiting for breakouts. Bye.